opportunity to laugh at Donald Trump, laugh at his regime, and laugh at their many public embarrassments. But this one right here, this public humiliation, might take the cake for the best one this year so far, and my favorite story in politics right now. So, a South Park writer bought the website domains for the TrumpKennedyCenter.org and the TrumpKennedyCenter.com. They've completely remade the website in their image. And let's just say that Donald Trump would not love what the websites look like right now as I'm filming this. So, we're going to get into the story. I'm going to show you the website, break it all down. Before I do any of that, make sure to subscribe down below, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about this story. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, of course, we have all been collectively watching in horror as Donald Trump destroys the Kennedy Center. He gutted the board over the summer, replacing everybody on it with loyalists. He's now destroying the building by putting his name on it. It says the Donald J. Trump and the John F. Kennedy Memorial Center for the Performing Arts. It used to, of course, just say the Kennedy Center, but Donald Trump is doing what every wannabe dictator around the world does, putting their names on buildings, putting statues of themselves up, hanging portraits of themselves everywhere. They all have very small egos. They're also very narcissistic, so they want to see themselves everywhere to make sure that they're feeling okay. But because of Donald Trump's destruction of the Kennedy Center, it's now collapsing. Performers are canceling. They don't want to perform. Visitors don't want to visit. They don't want to watch their performances. And the building and the center, which we all once adored, and I still love the concept of it, is collapsing because of Donald Trump. A veteran jazz ensemble and a New York dance company have canceled events at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, intensifying the fallout at one of the nation's preeminent arts centers after it was renamed to include Donald Trump. And I very much appreciate that the New York Times and other media outlets are still calling it the Kennedy Center, and they're not calling it the Trump Kennedy Center. You will never catch me calling it that. That is not happening. The center had previously promoted 2 New Year's Eve performances by the Cookers as an all-star jazz septet that will ignite the Terrace Theater stage with fire and soul. But those performances, like an annual Christmas Eve jazz concert hosted by Chuck Red, are now canceled. The Cookers did not give a reason for the decision in a statement on Monday that said, quote, "Jazz was born from struggle and from a relentless insistence on freedom, freedom of thought, of expression, and of the full human voice." Now, they're not explicitly saying they're canceling because of Donald Trump, but the statement makes it kind of clear. But in addition to that, the band's drummer, Billy Hart, told the New York Times that the center's name change had evidently played a role. He acknowledged that the group was concerned about possible reprisals. Doug Verone and Dancers, a New York dance company, also said on Monday that it was canceling 2 performances in April that had been intended to celebrate its 40th anniversary. Mr. Verone, the head of the company, said they would lose $40,000 by pulling out. Quote, "It is financially devastating, but morally exhilarating," he said in an email. The Kennedy Center did not respond to requests for comment on Monday about these canceled performances. Now, of course, the board is now complete loyalists to Donald Trump, people who just do his bidding. So Richard Grenell, who you might recognize as one of Donald Trump's loyalists, has responded aggressively. They filed, or at least threatened, I should say, a $1 million lawsuit against Mr. Red after he canceled the